Hi there.
Good morning. How are
Good
you?
morning. Good, thank you.
Feeling good?
Why isn't my picture showing up? That's odd. That's really odd. So how you been, Diane?
I'm good. This is really weird.
What's that?
Now, my computer was playing both on my headphones and also directly through the speaker, and I was trying to figure it out. It was very strange. So,
Oh,
you feeling good?
yeah, better. Much better. Finished physical therapy, but that's a work in progress. And now I'll see if they'll approve my MRI and go from there.
Oh, you're trying to get an MRI?
Yeah, to see if there's been any changes, because the last one I had was in 2008, and it just showed some herniated disc, and so see if anything else has changed, and some mild, stenosis, and or some arthritis. So you want to do a nerve test and the MRI, so see where that happens. Yeah,
I
but I
guess,
trust them.
the more information you have, the more you can get the right plan, right?
Right, that's it. If there's been no changes, that's a good thing. But if anything's changed, then that's what I said. That's my concern. I want to make sure nothing else is popped out of sync or anything like that. So how's Sky been?
He's amazing. He's just the best kitten. He is so affectionate, so sweet. Um,
Really?
I just can't believe him. He's just really, and it's just amazing how he's, I mean, one, you'll see him in a minute. He's so big. I can't believe in just 6 weeks how monster big he's gotten. Sometimes I mix him up now with my other cat. I mean, he's still smaller than Blue, but it's just amazing how big he's gotten. Um,
Now,
and he's
is the breed normally affectionate or not necessarily?
Yeah. The downside of this breed that some people have trouble with, beyond some people not liking what they look like, is that they are very demanding. They really want human interaction. So they crave cat interaction as well. They do best when they're with a buddy because they're just so playful. Um, but they're definitely known for being like if you want a cat to be a cuddle bug, a buddy,
Right.
this is a fabulous breed to do that with. There were some other breeds, but I don't know that I've ever had a cat quite as engaged as this one. I mean, my male Cornish Rex was really sweet too, but I still think my Sphinxes are a little more um, clingy, sort of, but not. I think because of the way I raise my pets, none of my pets, dogs or cats, have ever been overly clingy because I
Right.
give them a lot of independence. Um, but they're definitely, I mean, just super, super affectionate cats.
I just
So
saw little ears here, and then I see, is this guy over here with the food?
he's playing with my singing bowl. Yeah. Look
Oh,
how
you're
big he's,
singing. Oh, yeah.
see how big he's gotten? Can you see how big
he
he's gotten?
he has.
Yeah.
He's lanky too. I mean, he's
Yeah. He doesn't look like a baby in just 6 weeks. It's quite remarkable.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's now with this puppy. Well, he's not a puppy, but the Havanese. Because we've always had labs, and then I had my Shih Tzu, and labs are, when they're young, energetic, and you have to redirect. But I'll tell you, the Havanese is just a totally different energy, and he's very clingy. They're known to be attached to one owner, and he's just wants attention all the time. You have to really tire them out, or else they can get into things or become a little destructive, especially when they're younger. And I'm not used to that, having to always keep him occupied or keep him, energized. So I usually
Yeah.
run him around and, try to tire him out outside, so that way that energy that will get tired out.
Yeah,
But
it's really important. I mean, I've been looking at a lot of rescue dogs because I'm I want to get another dog, and I'm probably going to get a corgi again because I love corgis so much. But
oh, you did have dogs then?
yeah, but I'm intrigued by the Australian Shepherds. I love what they look like. I even considered a doodle mix. There was a sheepadoodle that I was intrigued about a few months ago. I didn't get that dog when I applied for it, but I had thought about it.
Right.
Um, but I'm very careful to read the descriptions because some of these dogs, they just require a lot of attention, and if you don't give it to them, they get into trouble. I mean, they
Yeah.
don't mean to get in trouble, but they get in trouble.
Right. Right. And what turned me on to the breed is that a very good friend of ours has two of them, and I usually pet sit for them on occasion. And the one is older, Chester. He's 10, but their younger one is just about 2 now. But their energy is totally different than Winston here. So, but yes, I usually look at that too, the standards and the grooming and just health issues and the breed and so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's really important. So, good morning, ladies. I think Carla's joined us.
She did. Hello.
Good morning.
Eh,
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
We're having a full house today.
Nice.
So, Alona and I had a fun practice on Wednesday. Um, And I thought we would maybe have a little bit of a similar practice today, but maybe not quite as many ups and downs. So, Linda, how are you with sun salutations?
Oh, good.
Okay. So, modify as needed. If down dog's not great for you, just maybe move into a cat and cow. So just take it slow, and I'll make sure I build in some time that we'll be on our mat, so we'll have time to relax and kind of chill out as our weekend approaches. So let's start in our extended child's pose. Always a reminder to come down to your mat very thoughtfully. I was thinking about this the other day. I was reaching for something that was really too high for me, and I could feel the strain in my body as I reached for it. And I quickly assessed that and got a ladder, got a stool. And it's really important for us to do that all the time, to have a lot of body awareness. And so we apply it here as we come down on our mats. And because we're starting practice, notice how your hips feel as you bring your knees to the long side of your mat, and attempt to bring your toes to touch, your big toes to touch, and your heels to connect with your seat. And then start to get long. Walk your hands towards the top of the mat. And then lower the forehead down. Wherever you first position yourself, just stay there for a moment. Let your hips start to open. Let your breath start to flow evenly, beginning to even out the length of the inhale with the length of the exhale. Then as you start to feel your body open up, you could inch that forehead forward just a tiny bit, along with the fingertips, lengthening through the side body, moving the fingertips a little closer to the top of the mat. So you've got a little additional length when you do that from where your seat and heels connect all the way up your spine, from that lumbosacral area all the way up, including the neck. So you want that thoracic area long, cervical area long, all the while evening out the breath. Now that I've got these fancy headphones, hopefully when we move into our side stretch, I won't disconnect. And we'll take an inhale, lift up a little, move our hands over to the right, with the left coming on top of the right. Lowering the forehead down when you're ready, and sending breath to that left side. If the left glute and left heel has disconnected, try to reconnect. And then we'll slowly make our way back through the center over to the other side. So on the inhale, you can lift that forehead a bit. Start walking the hands through. And then right hand on top of left. This time, try to keep the right glute connected to the right heel. You might find one side is different than the other, and that's very common.
Are you there? What happened?
Inhale back through the center and press up. through your tabletop, curl toes under, come into your dog, press back, and then walk it out. Bending one knee as you drive the other heel towards the mat behind you, all the while moving the chest towards the thighs. Head hangs freely. And either keep walking out your dog or press back into stillness into your dog. Slightly rotate the eyes of the elbows in. And then widen feet to the edges of the mat. Walk the hands back about halfway. Keep the palms on the mat. Move the left hand to the center. And on the inhale, raise the right arm out to the right side and up. And take your gaze to that right thumb if your neck feels okay. On the exhale, you'll lower the right hand down. It will replace the left, so press the right palm into the mat and open the left arm to the side and up. And then exhale, left hand comes down. The hands walk up towards the top of the mat and you return to your dog so the feet come into hip distance apart. Press back 3 breaths. And then inhale up on toes, exhale soften knees, look forward and slowly walk the feet up to meet your hands. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale and lower and bend those knees. And we'll do another slight twist. Keep the left hand in front of the left foot. And we'll raise the right arm out to the side and up. And just like in the other asana, as long as your neck feels okay, you can gaze up at your right thumb. And here you have a choice. You can keep the belly and the thighs connected to both thighs. So both knees would stay bent, or you can start to straighten the right leg. On the exhale, lower hands down and stay down here for a full breath. So both palms connect to your mat, both knees are bent. And then when you're ready, you'll press the right palm down, keeping knees bent. You'll raise the left arm out to the side and up. And then exhale. Lower that left hand if you chose to straighten the left leg. That was great. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale and lower. And inhale. As you come up, hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Let the right hand reach the left wrist. Press into the left leg and draw that left wrist to the right side. Elbow moves back a bit so you're keeping the left chest open. Release the hold, reach the fingertips up, back in the center, and then exhale. Left hand to right wrist, draw that right wrist to the left side. Press into the right leg. Inhale to the center and exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. And now stay in a flat back and bring the arms behind you. Let the fingers interlace. Palms come together so that you're engaging your arm muscles. Index fingers can lengthen and connect. And keeping that flat back, use your core. Inhale, keep the palms together. You're opening the shoulders by floating the hands up. Exhale, release. And inhale, reverse swan dive. All the way up. Hands to the heart. Tadasana. Take 5 breaths here. As you check out how your body's feeling at this point in your practice, press into all 4 corners of your feet. Belly button to the spine. Shoulders away from the ears. Even inhales and exhales. We'll keep warming up with 5 sun breaths. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, finding length in our flat back. Exhale and lowering. And inhale, coming up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose, second sun breath. Exhale and lower. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Number 3, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower. Inhale as you come up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose. 4th sun breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, finding length. Exhale and lowering. Inhale as you come up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Last sun breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. And inhale, coming up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose. 5 breaths in your Tadasana. Now we're going to move into sun salutation A's. I'm going to give you a choice. Rather than do it with you, I'm going to allow you to pick your flow. So whether that's knees dropping and sitting back to a child's pose, inhaling as you come forward, keeping that nose close to the mat with the elbows tucked in as you move into your cobra and then into your dog. Or in that second choice of dropping knees and then bringing your chest between your hands and moving into your cobra or up dog and dog, or the traditional chaturanga dandasana from a high plank to a low push-up, cobra or up dog and dog. So those are your choices. We'll start by sending the right leg back first. So inhale, arms up. Exhale and lower. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower hand. Step that right foot back, followed by the left. Stay here, 5 breaths. You can always lower the knees. And then move through whatever flow you want, or you can always skip it if flows are not for you. And as you exhale into your dog, hold this for 5 breaths. And then inhale up on toes. Exhale, the knees bend, we look forward. Walk the feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and lower. And inhale, coming up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and lower. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, our hands connect with the mat. We step the left foot back, followed by the right. Another 5 breaths as you push through the heels. Wrists should be under your shoulders. And then move through whatever flow you've selected or skip it. And then back into dog for 5. Inhaling up on toes. Exhale, knees bend, we look forward. Walk the feet up. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale and lower. Inhale, coming up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Now we're going to hold for 3. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, lowering hands, stepping right foot back, followed by the left, just for 3 this time. And through your flow. When you get to dog, 3 breaths. And then inhale, up on toes, soft knees, walk the feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and lower. Inhale, reverse swan dive coming up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose, stepping back with the left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands connect with the mat. Step the left foot back, followed by the right. Nice strong plank as you press through the heels and raise the thighs, or modify by dropping the knees. Move through your flow. Try to keep elbows tucked in, shoulders back as you go into your cobra or up dog, and then into your dog for 3 breaths. And then inhale, up on toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Walk the feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and lower. Feet together, knees bent. 5 breaths in your chair pose. Shift the weight into your heels. Hands come to the heart. Exhale and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower hands. Step back to the right. Step back with the left. Go through your flow. Into your dog. Lower left heel. Raise the right leg behind and then bend the knee and bring the knee forward as you find your warrior 1. for 5 breaths. Try to get the arms back to frame the ears. Hips in line with the top of your mat. Right knee towards the right pinky toe and press into the outside of the left foot. And then we'll windmill the hands back down. Go back to a plank. Go through a flow into our dog. Lowering right heel. Raising left leg. Bringing the left leg forward. There, Virabhadrasana 1. 5 nice even breaths here. And then exhale. Hands come back to the mat. Return to your plank. Go through a flow. And then into your dog. 5 breaths. Inhaling up on toes. Exhale, knees bend. Walk the feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and lower. Feet together, knees bent. Back to our Utkatasana. Only 3 breaths this time. Then hands to the heart. Exhale and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lowering hands. Back to our plank. Through a flow. Into our dog. Lowering left heel. Raising right leg. Stepping through. 3 breaths. And warrior 1. Maybe you can bend that right knee a little more. And then exhale. Hands come back to the mat. Through your plank, rest in child's pose, or go through a flow. Into your dog. Lowering right heel. Raising left leg. Stepping it through. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands back to the mat, into a plank, through a flow, and then into your dog for 3 breaths. We'll lower our knees and sit back to a child's pose. And settle in for 5 breaths. Inhale. Come back to your tabletop. Step the right foot back, followed by the left. Let's move into our side plank. With an option to always drop the lower knee. We'll move the right hand to the center of the mat. Rotate onto the outside of that right foot and lift the left arm. With control, we'll lower that left hand. Pivot now onto the outside of the left foot. And then exhale, lower down, find yourself in a plank, and go through a flow and back to your dog. 5 breaths. And then inhale up on toes. Exhale, look forward as you bend your knees and walk the feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. And inhale. Come on up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Settle in. Connect with your breath. On the inhale, step the right foot back. High lunge. Try to have the arms frame the ears and press through the right heel. Exhale. Open to the left side. Arms parallel the mat. Inhale, come back to your high lunge. Exhale. Bring the hands down to the mat so they're on either side of that left foot, a little forward of that foot. Wiggle that right foot back, deepening the lunge, and then keep that right palm connected to your mat and open to the left side. Exhale, lower the left hand. Get ready, launch off of that back foot. Come into a fold. Keep the hands where they are and heel toe the feet to the edges of your mat. And then start to move into your squatting pose, keeping hands on the mat if you need them for stability, or you can bring the palms together and use the elbows to help open those knees. Next exhale, you can lower the hands down and press into those hands as you begin to straighten the legs. And then heel toe back to hip distance apart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and lower. And inhale as you come up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose. This time we'll step back with the left foot. High lunge. Exhale. Open to the right side. Arms parallel your mat. Reaching through both fingertips. So one's towards the end of your mat, the one towards the top of your mat. And then come back. High lunge. Exhale, let the hands come down to the mat. Wiggle that left foot back a bit. Nice deep low lunge here. Keep the left hand down. And raise the right arm up as you open to the right side. Exhale, lower the right hand. We're going to step forward with that left foot into a fold, keeping the hands down. Once again, heel toe the feet to the edges of the mat. Hands on your mat, or you can lift them, palms pressing into each other in your malasana. Exhale, lower hands down, press into them as you straighten. Heel toe the feet back to hip distance apart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and lower. And inhale as you come up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Take 5 breaths here. And now let's move into our tree. So you're still in your Tadasana. Get ready to shift weight into the left leg. And then when you're ready, you can lift the right knee. And find your tree, choosing your hand position. Hands at the heart, or maybe reaching those arms up. Releasing with control, lowering the right leg down and walking it out. And then preparing to take this to the other side. So inhale, lifting the left leg, finding your tree. When you're ready, release with control. Lower the left foot down and walk it out. And we'll make our way down to the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and lower. Inhale, flat back. Lowering hands down. Stepping right foot back, followed by the left. Hold your plank for 5 breaths. You can always modify and drop the knees. And then keeping the elbows tucked in so they're close to your ribs, close to your sides. Very, very, very slowly. Lower down, and we'll find our Sphinx pose with our elbows under our shoulders. Legs come together, you press into tops of your feet. Elbows kind of move back as the chest kind of moves forward. Exhale, lower down. Let the right hand come on top of the left. And lower your right cheek so it rests on top of the right hand, and let the big toes touch. As you inhale, you'll bring your chin to the center. Arms will lengthen by your sides. You glue those feet together again, and we'll move into our Shalabhasana, our lotus pose. So on the inhale, the arms lift, the shoulders, and then our legs come off the mat. Release with control. Switch the position of your hands and let the other cheek now rest on the top hand and the big toes touch again. When you're ready, let's set up for our second Shalabhasana. Bring the arms by her sides. Chin is connected to the mat to start, and legs are long, toes are pointed. You're pressing into the tops of your feet. And then inhale into your locust pose, lifting. And every time you inhale, try to get a little higher off the mat. And then exhale and lower and gently flip over onto your back. We'll move into our inversion. We'll hold for 10 breaths in our waterfall. Make sure the legs are in line with your hips, feet are flexed, arms by your sides. Bend the knees and bring the soles of your feet down to the mat, and we'll move into 3 bridges. So feet are hip distance apart and the heels are close to your seat. Arms are bent with fingertips pointed up towards the sky. We're going to hold for 5 as we inhale and then hold our hips up high. So press into the feet on your inhale. Bring that chest a little closer to the chin. Hold for 5. Notice the knees and thighs. Try to keep them parallel. Try not to hold your breath. And when you're ready, the arms can come back to your sides. The seat returns to your mat. You'll heel toe the feet to the edges of the mat. Knees touch. And choose your hand position. Maybe right hand on your belly and left hand on your chest.
Ow, don't do that.
It's set up. Next bridge. Hands can stay in that first position or keep them long by your sides. On the inhale, press into the feet and lift your seat.
Girl. Good boy, you're not.
And then exhale and release. Feet move over to the edges of the mat. Let the knees fall to each side. Do that a few times. And then set up for our last bridge. Choose either of those first 2 positions or follow along with me. On the inhale, press into your feet. Shimmy the arms underneath. Interlace fingers, bring palms together, index fingers come out. Draw those pointer fingers towards your heels, lifting that seat a little higher, getting that chest a little closer to the chin, and try to keep those palms connected. And then we'll release the hands so they come back to your sides. And slowly lower the seat down. And we'll bring each knee in so that our hands can wrap around our shins. Keep the sacrum connected to your mat. And let's rock side to side in our Apanasana. And then lower those feet down and let's move into our figure 4 pose. And we'll keep the left foot down on the mat. We'll inhale the right foot up, bringing the right ankle over that left thigh close to the left knee with the right knee moving out towards the right side. If you'd like, you can move your right hand to press that right thigh away from you and keep that right foot flexed. Next, inhale. Lift the left leg, flexing the left foot. Bring the hands around the back of the left thigh. Right elbow keeps pressing the right thigh away. Both feet are flexed. And notice your chin here. Try to get it in a neutral position. So as much as you can, try to release pressure in those shoulders and in the neck. And then straighten that left leg. Press through the left heel and keep flexing both feet. Slowly release the left leg back down, release the hands, release the right leg, and come back with both feet on the mat, feet about hip distance apart. And we'll move this over to the other side. So inhaling, lift the left foot, flexing the foot as it comes off the mat, letting the ankle rest on that right thigh. Left hand presses that left thigh away, opening that left hip. Now as you inhale, lift up enough to bring the hands behind the right thigh. And as that right foot comes off the mat, flex the right foot. Maybe the left elbow keeps pressing the left thigh away. And just like on the other side, notice your shoulders, notice your chin here. See if you can get those shoulders to relax a bit. Keep that spine long so chin moves into a neutral position. And then holding on to the back of that right thigh, we start to straighten the right leg so the foot remains flexed and we press the foot up towards the sky. And then release the right foot. Release the left. And very gently come on to your left side. And use your right hand to press into the mat to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Grab a block if you'd like to have a block when we move into our twist. I'm placing mine behind my seat. Sit up tall. Draw the top of the head up. Inhale, arms up, and exhale. Open to the right side, bringing the right hand down behind your seat. As you inhale, get a little taller, and on the exhales, you can often twist a little deeper. Inhale through the center, and exhale over to the left side. Exhale, arms come back to the center, and then back to our sides. And send the left leg long and bring the sole of the right foot into the left thigh. Pivot so that your torso is in line with that left leg. Flex the left foot. When you're ready, inhale, arms up, and exhale, folding at the hip crease, come forward. Staying with a flat back if you have bone density issues. And if you want to fold all the way, just do so very thoughtfully, trying to keep that back long so you're not arching excessively. On the inhale, we lift up and we reach maybe even beyond the left foot. And then with your core muscles, you pull up. And then we'll take it to the other side. Setting this up, making sure that we're in line with that right leg with a nice active right leg. Press the calf down, flex that right foot. When you're ready, inhale, arms up, and exhale at the hip crease. Fold over that right leg, being careful, as I mentioned, about not arching too much. And then when you're ready to release, you'll inhale and lift up, reach towards your feet, your right foot, and bring the arms up. And then we'll return to our backs. Right away, coming into our Apanasana, bringing the knees in, hands returning to our shins, and we'll add some movement, rocking side to side. Then we'll transition into our happy baby, choosing to hold your feet, either holding the arches or holding the outside of the feet. Knees are bent, they hug the ribs, or maybe even head towards your underarms with the sacrum connected to your mat. And you can find stillness here. You can rock side to side. You can keep the left knee bent and holding on to that right foot. You can straighten the right leg and press through the right heel. Maybe hold on to the right foot with the knee bent and straighten the left leg. maybe extending both legs, holding that tailbone down to the mat. Both feet are flexed, long spine. And then releasing, bringing the knees together, lining up the ankles, lining up the feet. Keep the feet flexed, open arms to a T. Deep a breath, and with control, very slowly, let the knees fall to the right side and move your gaze to your left hand. If you'd like to straighten the legs as they come over to the right side, feel free to do that. If the legs are long, begin to bend them and then line them up again. With your core, float those knees back through the center and let them move over to the left side. Gaze can move to the right hand, and you have another choice here. Keep the knees bent or lengthen the legs. If the legs are long, bend those knees, line the feet up, ankles on top of each other, knees connected. Float them back through the center. Let the arms come back by your sides. Lower the feet to the mat. Widen them a little wider than hip distance. And windshield wiper to each side a few times. And after a few times, keep them over to that right side and lift the right foot and let it rest on the left thigh. Both knees head towards the earth, but that right ankle on that left thigh adds a little more weight onto that left leg, increasing the opening and the stretch. Feel this in the hip, you feel it in the quadriceps. Release the right leg, bring the feet back to the mat, and then when you're ready, we'll let both knees fall to the left, lifting the left foot, letting it rest on that right thigh. And then release, and we'll move into that final pose that I often end class with, our Super Baddha Konasana. So you let the soles of the feet touch, the knees fall out to the side. Lots of choices here with your arms, maybe one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, maybe both hands on the heart. Really, really connect with your breath here. Or you can inhale, arms overhead, and hold on to opposite elbows. And you can finish your practice today in your Shavasana, in the Super Baddha Konasana, or move into your full Shavasana, letting the legs release and fall to the edges of your mat. Arms move a little bit away from your sides with palms up. And breath gets shallow and relaxed, stays even. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingertips, wiggle your toes. Let your head fall to one side and then the other. As you inhale, bring your arms overhead and stretch through the fingertips. Keep the legs long, stretch through the toes. And then when you're ready, come on to your side. And make your way up to a comfortable seat. Hands at the heart, thumbs into the sternum. Lower chin towards the chest. Deep inhale here. Nice long exhale. Thank you for your practice this morning and celebrating the divine spark that's in each and every one of us. Namaste.
Namaste. Diane, did you see the double rainbow last night?
I took a picture too.
Okay.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Oh, wasn't it amazing? Good omen
Yeah,
for
it was
me,
just
I'm
beautiful.
thinking.
I saw pictures
Well, it
on
was so
Facebook. I didn't see it in person
Yeah,
though.
gorgeous.
well. It was.
Oh,
I was working on a really busy project yesterday, and I finished it. Alona, it published this
Great.
morning, so it's
Wow,
launched.
great.
But I had gotten up very early because I was on a real deadline and had a real challenge yesterday to meet. So finished at about, I don't know, 5 maybe, and maybe a little later, and I saw that it looked like the sun was peeking out. So I wanted to get a little bit of a walk in, and I thought my weather said it would be fine. So I walked out of the house and I turned to Tuscarora, and boy, the clouds were so scary looking. They were so black and so
Wow.
threatening. So I decided I would be more conservative and I'd stay on my block and just walk my block so that
Right.
if it changed, I could run home, you know? And then I started checking my radar and I got a message from the weather service that it was going to rain in 10 minutes. So as much as I wanted to get my steps in, I came home and the wind started to whip around and I made it home. I had plenty of time. Before then the skies opened up, but it was like a sun shower. The sun
Yes,
was
it
out
was.
and
It
I
was.
looked at and
Yep.
I looked out over the water and boom, most beautiful rainbow. And then the second one showed
And
up.
then the second one. Yep.
Lovely.
Jaden and I saw the first, and then I was the one who saw the second. So I'm taking that as a good omen for my trip.
Well, I would think so. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So
Where are you going, Carla?
I'm going to Sedona. I have my yoga mat packed. It did get in there, and so I will try to join you at 6:30 my time in the mornings. We'll see how that goes.
and so are you gone for a week?
Yes,
Well, enjoy. I hope it's great.
I'm sure. I'm very, very excited. So I hope it.
Do you have a flight planned or no?
Yes.
I mean, a flight when you get to Sedona to look at the red rocks
Oh.
from
no,
the air.
No.
If you're there, and
Amazing.
I know that's expensive to do, but if there's an option to get into a small plane to just take a tour around, it's magnificent from the air. I mean, it's beautiful and on the ground too. But if that's an option that presents to you, go for it.
All right, I may do it. This retreat that I'm doing has blown several lifetimes worth of budget, but that's okay. Why not?
Why not? Right.
Well,
Why
enjoy.
not? Why not?
You can do a hot air balloon instead of a plane if you want.
Actually, I saw the hot air balloon thing, and I may look into that.
Yeah, that would be just fine. Yeah,
fun.
That's a bucket thing for me, a bucket list thing. So
yeah, it's really fun, and they almost always do
fun.
a brunch when you come down, so that's really
nice.
fun.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
All right,
Nice.
all right, ladies.
All
Take
right.
care.
Have a
Good
safe
weekend,
trip.
everybody.
Have a great time, Carla. Safe
Thank you.
Great.
travels.
Thank you all. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.